I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where, all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always have been are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3 and I still don't know who I am. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself or you don't love me for who I am isn't really fair because I don't know who I am.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is how to handle a woman that hurt you, okay? And also why she treated you like an option. When you put your best foot forward and you try to get through to this woman, become her best option, a lot of the times women catch the ick, they don't like it, and then they treat you like an option, and then they move elsewhere. They might even cheat on you if you're in a relationship. You're wondering to yourself, how did this happen? I thought I was the perfect guy. I was doing everything right. Women do not want you to be perfect. They just want you to be a man. A lot of women will try to tell you how to be a man, but they don't know what a man actually is until they actually encounter one, and then they actually start to like this guy. You see that all the stuff they say, it's nonsense. If you treat her like a star, she'll treat you like a fan. If you treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan. Whatever way you want to interpret that as, okay? So when you try to go out of your way to be better than all the other guys, when you try to be someone who is just perfect, the king at the top of the mountain, you're treating her like a princess, you're coming to her rescue, you want to save her. Even if she's promiscuous, you're like, I can change her, I want to save her. That's not the way to go about things. Women already having a sense of, I'm a superstar. All these dudes want me. That's why they think to themselves, well, if he won't do it, another guy will. I got a bunch of other guys in my DM. I got a bunch of other guys in the friend zone. When you don't understand this, you're going to say, the hell with it. I don't care. I'm going to do whatever it takes to be with her. I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep her. This is why I tell dudes, when women have boyfriends, don't even go at them because you're already giving her more attention. She's already got a boyfriend. Why are you trying to take her away from that dude? What is that going to do for you? How you get her is how you're going to lose her. All of this falls under the same umbrella. So when you're being chivalrous and you think that you're doing all these nice things, right? You want to make this chick your wifey. You want to make her your wife. You're starting off with the pet names early. You're really trying to get this chick to see you. That's not how she's going to see the real you. You're putting on a front because you want her so bad. What that does is it causes her to say, this guy's beneath me. You'll always notice it. Women start to become distant. They act like you're a peasant. You're not as important, even if things started off good in the beginning. You always notice a fall off. Things start to drop. The attraction isn't as heavy as it was in the beginning. It's because you're putting too much on it. Way too much on it. And you can never understand for the life of you why she's not receiving this positively. Why does she not want this? It's because it's too easy to get. Women want what they can't have. Women like a man who's a challenge. If you ever think to yourself, why do women like scumbags, players? manipulators, schemers, scammers. Why do they like these men? Why do they keep falling for these men? Why do they keep saying they have a type and it's toxic? Why? Because at the end of the day, that guy is someone that they either have to change or earn. And that's what they're attracted to. Nobody's saying whether it's right or wrong. And what I tell a lot of dudes in these videos and on coaching calls is women want a man that they have to invest into, even if they don't realize it themselves. Why do you think they give the best treatment to guys who are indifferent to them? They have to invest to get that guy's attention. Whenever they're crying over a guy, they're investing emotions and tears over men. They don't even like most men. That's why dudes always get frustrated. Why isn't she craving me? Why is she disrespecting me? Why isn't she feeling me the way I'm feeling her? Because you're feeling her too much. She doesn't have to invest anything. The women you really want always have the upper hand over you. So even if you really want a woman, you need to chill. Treat her like she's just any other girl. The number scale, she's a 4, she's a 5, she's a 6. Well, if she's an 8, 9, or a 10 to you, you should be treating her the same. Now, the effort can go up a little bit because you're like, yo, I really want to see where she's at. So if she can match me here, we're good. The other chicks they're whatever. I don't really want to put that much effort into it. It's cool if you think that way. You want to put in a little bit more effort. You want to put a little bit more pressure on it. That's fine. But at the end of the day, not too much to the point where you're getting your feelings overly invested in this woman because you really like her. A pimp said this: go for the women that really want you, not the women that you really want. You know why that is? Because 9 times out of 10, when you really want a woman, you will start to delude yourself. You will start to change reality for her, to shape it around her. Even if you're doing things that go against your morals, your principles, and your codes for yourself, you will say, well, it's all right because she looks this way. It's all right because she makes me feel that way. As men, we are hunters. That's why I said you can put a little pressure on it because you're feeling yourself. You're like, yo, I know I'm gonna get this. So you're applying pressure in that way, but not applying pressure to the point that you look like a fool. Guys taking women out on trips, flowers on the first date, all of this stuff. We've made these mistakes as men now. It's time to correct it. The woman that you really want like that, you will start to do extra for it. And once you start putting extras on it, she says, well, what more can I get out of this guy? Then you keep doing more. Then that becomes routine. Then she starts treating you like an option. And eventually she hurts you. Women can't be who you want them to be. They can only be themselves. See, a lot of guys get caught slipping with this. They think that they could change a woman into a housewife if she's promiscuous. They think they could change a woman into a do-gooder if she wants to do bad. No, you can't do any of that stuff. You can't even change a woman to become your best friend if she wants to hang out and do all of these other things. Naturally, women submit. So when we talk about male friends, girls trips, going out drinking, doing drugs, being promiscuous and things like that, women naturally fall in line when they're really feeling you. I'm pretty sure every dude has had a friend, right? Who, when he got a girlfriend, he stopped hanging around with the clique. He stopped hanging around with the guys. And you were always thinking to yourself with your homies when you go out, yo, where is this? He's with her. Yo, why is he always up under her? Yo, he's gonna get himself caught up. You know why? Because it's natural as human beings. When we don't know any better, we cling on to people and we want to be around them. It's human nature. It's not a man thing. It's not a woman thing. When you find something good with someone and you're not well versed, you want to spend every waking second with them. You want to exchange energy with them. You want to be with them. You're yearning for something. You finally got the treasure. So you naturally fall in line. And with women, it's 10 times as worse because them being amongst other women, that's their playground. See, as men, we can be lone wolves, but we like to be in a pack. But if we have to be a lone wolf, we don't mind it. Women do not like being lone wolves. That's why they all think alike. That's why they all defend each other. That's why they will never disrespect each other outwardly unless they're beefing. Yo, you think she's pretty? The chick's ugly. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's a queen. Lying. One of their friends' actions or a woman's actions could be just downright trifling. And they will still be like, well, you got to understand that she felt this way. They have each other's backs. They stick together. So naturally, when you don't want a woman going out drinking, having that camaraderie with her friends or whatever, girls trips, male friends, They naturally stop doing it when they want you because they want to impress you. So never go out of your way to try to change her mind or tell her what she can and can't do. You set the boundaries with yourself. The moment you start doing that, she says, okay, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to treat him like an option. There's no problem to hurt you because there's a guy who's not that judgmental or not judgmental at all right around the corner, who's a better time than you, who's more spontaneous than you. That's why women go away. Now, if you ever catch yourself in a situation where something pops up on her phone, you catch her talking to another guy, hugging up on another guy, taking pictures with another guy, dealing with another guy, even catching her in the act. Do not react. Do not react. They're expecting you to react. A lot of the things they do are to see where you're at emotionally, to see how much you're invested, to see how much you care. Do not react. Your indifference makes her like you more. Or if things fell off, your indifference makes her chase you. Do not chase after this woman. Do not blow a gasket. Do not blow and have a fit. Don't do any of it because it shows that you care. See, a lot of guys think when they take their phone out and they're yelling at women and how could you do this to me and blah, 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 blah. I never thought you were like that. Who are you? I never knew you this whole time. She's laughing on the inside. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me. They're going to think, no, she's not. No, she's not. She's going to start crying and she really cares. Her tears are manipulation. Her tears are to get at your heart and tug your heartstrings. Nah, she made a mistake. She messed up. Nah. See, when you react, a woman will react with something different to counteract your action, right? So for every action, there's a reaction. Now, depending on how you go about her reaction is going to tell her everything she needs to know about where you guys stand. See, even when you get emotional and you get upset about it, it shows there's still a window for me there's still a window right there that I could go through. There's still a door that's going to be left open because I have him inside of his heart. When you move on and you say nothing, a woman almost thinks, damn, I'm really not that special. You know, because the whole time they're thinking that they're going on to something better. They were justified in what they were doing. But the other half is going to be like, well, damn, what the fuck? That's where you need to stand. That's where it needs to be. I understand that it's hard for a lot of men to not react when they get played, when they get disrespected, when they get their time wasted. But it's all about how she's going to see you in that light. You can't stop and think about that because you're caught up in your emotions. But when you start to understand this stuff better, anytime a woman tries to play games with you inside a relationship or outside of a relationship, it'll roll right off of you. It will roll right off of you because women always tend to think the grass is going to be greener on the other side. That ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. See, a lot of guys want to hit. A lot of guys want to hit. They don't want to be with them. And even if the dude wanted to be with them, the same way he gets her is the same way he's going to lose her. This is why I always tell you guys, girls with boyfriends, leave them alone. Wait for them to break up. Don't even try to insert yourself into that. Simps game. Simps put themselves in love triangles. But back to the point. Do not react. You will give her exactly what she wants. She knows that she can break you every time that you react. It's like your heart's breaking again. They know it. Because at the end of the day, your silence is loud and clear. Don't think that it's not doing anything. See, this is the problem. Guys think by going silent, it's helping her do what she needs to go do. Now, that could be true, but what is also true is you are not to be played with. She thinks she got over on you. Nope. What tends to happen is in the following months, this woman is going to reach out to you. In the following month, she's going to think about you. In the following month, she's going to look at old pictures of you. Even if she deleted them, there will always be a way that she can find ways to see these old pictures. She might delete them in the phone, but there's still some on her social media account somewhere. Snapchat somewhere. She'll look back on it. When that dude is done with her, when she's done doing whatever she needs to go do, remember, consistency is hard to come by. So when you were being very consistent with a woman, that is hard to come by. A lot of guys are out here for a fun time. A lot. But consistency is something that's hard for everyone to get, honestly. Guys can go out on dates, guys can smash women, but can guys get a chick to consistently follow instructions? It's honestly a skill. Same thing on the woman's side. It's easy to sleep with a lot of men, but is it easy to have a man consistently choosing you, that you actually want, that you're investing in? So when she comes back around or tries to reach out to you, what you need to understand is do not take her back. Do not take her back. Because what that's going to signal to her is it's okay to disrespect you. It's okay to play with your feelings. It's okay to make you look like a sucker simp fool. Nah, that's not what we're about. See, as men, we got to learn from our mistakes. But you're showing her that you didn't learn from the mistake when you take her back. This is why you need to detach. Completely detach. I don't care how hard it is. Because if you don't, you will accept her back. And if you accept her back, well, who's to say that she won't just do it all over again because you told her that her actions are okay? Be aware of what you did wrong, even if you think you did nothing wrong. This is the biggest takeaway from the video I want guys to understand. See, in a guy's mind, logically, he can think to himself, I didn't do anything wrong to contribute to this. I didn't do anything. I was doing everything right. See, that's the problem. What's right and what's wrong? No, when two people, right, like each other, the rights and wrongs go out the window. The rights and wrongs go out the window. It's like a woman having these requirements for a man, but the man she likes goes out the window. Remember that. The right and wrong aspect of, things in relationship dynamics and things like that, you're always going to think, well, maybe I didn't do enough. Maybe I was doing the wrong thing by saying this or by doing this. What you need to understand is, okay, when you're doing everything that you think a man should be doing, that you weren't even thinking first that I should be doing this. It's just what society says, what women say. You're moving wrong. You're destined for failure. You need to be able to have your own standards set for yourself, right? And then find a woman that wants to adhere to that. Find a woman that likes your vibe. This dude's pretty cool. I like the way he moves. So if you were too accommodating, you were always acquiescing to her, you're going to figure out, damn, that was wrong. Because it didn't get you anywhere. And what I mean by get you anywhere is get you that respect that you wanted. Being too agreeable, moving things around for her all the time, that's something that was going against your protocol as a man. When you were letting things slide that didn't initially sit right with you, that was doing something wrong. But in the moment, you thought it was right. See, this is where you confuse yourself with the right or wrong. It's a learning experience for both people. She could think, well, no, I don't want to wait. I want to do this right now and bring up a problem. See, that's going to be where the friction comes in. But you need that friction. You need to see if she's on your timing. I always say this. You need to do certain things to see if women are going to accept it or not. Because by her accepting it or not, it'll show you if you are really that compatible. Dudes are focused on doing everything right. No, rejection is a good thing. I don't usually like that. Can we do this instead? No. Well, I'm going to be late because of this. Well, we could just reschedule for another time. If she says, oh, well, that's not fair, and you're not compatible. You need to always be looking for things, man. Always. If she catches a simple attitude over everything, see, a lot of guys like to stick in these situations. Oh, she's just a strong woman. That's just the way she is. She's very hot-tempered. Does that sound like a woman that you want to be with? She's very strict. She likes things a certain way. Is that really a woman that you want to be with? Don't you want to have input? You always need to see both sides of what you did do and what you didn't do, especially when you get information and you know the ins and outs. Okay, I was doing bad there. I could have brushed up a little bit there. And when you say to yourself, I did do everything a man was supposed to do. I didn't let myself get walked all over. I didn't let myself get disrespected. I tried to show her a good time. Still got that same result. Okay, it's a problem with her. Whenever you assess a situation, you say, shit, I didn't really do anything to mess it up. Literally, legitimately, I didn't do anything to mess it up. It's on her. A lot of guys get down on themselves like, well, damn, is there anything? No. It's on her. See, when you're able to say, I wasn't getting walked on, I wasn't getting disrespected, I wasn't being disrespectful, I was actually trying to be cool, kind, be a gentleman, and she still went and played that game, oh yeah, it's on her. It is on her. Don't get in your head about this stuff. When a woman hurts you, right, it's because she knows she can a lot of the times. When women don't know where they stand with you, you get the best results from women. Dudes out here could be married the whole time being the perfect husband. A woman all of a sudden needs to go find herself. She wants to exit the situation. You know why she's doing that? Because she always knew where she stood with you. She always knew where she stood with you. It's not a good thing. But when a woman is investing in you, you care about her, she cares about you. Everything's flowing along that way. She proves it with her actions. She knows where she stands with you. That's in the time where it's good for her to know where she stands with you. When you're doing everything, she doesn't have a care in the world. She can even disrespect you, get loud at certain times, tell you how to move, what to do and what not to do. And she knows where you stand that way. Never a good thing. Never a good thing. And that's actually why she hurts you. See, when women jump ship, right, and go to another dude, they need a backstory. They need a backstory to tell. So when she's getting smashed out by a new dude and they get to talking about you, well, I just got tired of it. I need something new. He's good, but I just need some excitement in my life. I want somebody to rough me up. I want somebody to tell me what to do. I want somebody to beat it in. That's the backstory. You were doing everything right. Wasn't doing nothing wrong, but you weren't hitting the triggers. Now she's with the new dude, getting her fix elsewhere. But see, when a woman comes into your life and she knows at any moment she could be cut, not in a negative way, not in a controlling way, knowing that you're a dope ass dude on your own timing and you got motion, that's when women respect you. That's when women respect you. She treated you like an option at the end of the day because you made it seem like you were an option. A lot of guys will even say this: I don't care if we ever break up, we're going to get back together. All it is putting her up on a pedestal stuff. No, because see, that's why dating is dead today. Women have a bunch of dudes acting this way in their phone, at their job, wherever they go that they frequent at. And dudes think that that's going to put them in a better light. No, it's not going to put them in a better light. You can never change a woman's mind. The only time you can change a woman's mind is by acting indifferent. But the other thing of being a simp, being a sucker, playing a fool's game, you will never change a woman's mind from believing anything other than you are an option. Now, if she wants to go with that option, cool. But you might have to wait a little bit longer than expected. Women are attracted to guys who are indifferent to them because what it signals is, I should get with this guy for a reason. Don't know exactly what reason it is yet, but I should get with this guy because there's probably a bunch of reasons. When you try to do everything and be that guy, the perfect dude, I don't need to be with this guy because I already see the reason why. No. I already see the reason why I can make him wait. I already see the reason why he would be a good husband so I could be out here having my fun and then eventually move on to that. And especially when you're in relationships, why they think that you're an option is because you're willing to put up with a bunch of things. Because in your mind, well, we've already made it this far. Nope, that ain't gonna last. That ain't gonna last. You should have a good time with women, but never get walked all over, bro. And if you just got out of a relationship because you got cheated on, you got played, she was doing things behind your back, what you need to understand is it ain't over. It ain't over. Get on your grind, get in the gym, make it to the point where they got no choice but to see you, bro. Go on other dates. You don't have to stop. You can take time away from dating, but start going back out there, putting yourself back out there. And if you meet a cool chick, you meet a cool chick. If you don't, you don't. When I say put yourself back out there, I don't mean mass approaching. I don't mean, go willy-nilly trying to go out on 5 dates a week. That's not what I'm saying. Don't be closed off from the idea that a woman will actually be down for you. But until then, bro, you got to keep this mindset of women are the way they are. There is no sense in trying to change them. Rather, if I meet a cool chick, I meet a cool chick. If I don't, I don't. Keep your head up out here. If a woman played you recently, If you've ever been played, if you've ever turned the tables, get in the comments. I want to hear about it. So this was how to handle a woman that hurts you, why she treated you like an option. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.